Hey, just a quick video today. I started some new medication, so I'm not feeling too great at the moment. But tomorrow is going to be pretty exciting. Fight and Rage and Marvel both come out on the same day. I actually do not know when I'm getting Marvel. I have to wait for them to ship it. Usually with my experience with them, they either come in the afternoon or like right before they're done with their shift for the day. So I don't know when I'm going to get it, but honestly, I mean, Marvel is going to be dependent on how good the netcode is. If the netcode is bad, then I'm going to be limited to when I can play locally here. They only have local meetups here, once a month if we're lucky. And the venue we have right now does not have air conditioning, so you can imagine the California heat wave, like how how unpleasant that is, to put it nicely. There is going to be a local convention in town on the 30th, which I'll be going to. I might even record some matches from that if I'm able to. My friend is going to be there as well. But the main attraction is Fight and Rage. Obviously, I don't need a whole online player base or or good netcode or PS Plus or the other person have good internet to play that. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on. The developer is really nice. I actually did some translation work. Or not translation work, but I helped him touch up some translations in English because he is from Uruguay. He does not have, the best English. It's not easy for him to understand English. His English is pretty good, but some of his translation were a little spotty. So I spent most of yesterday doing that, and he was nice enough to reward me with a code. So I do have enough for PS Plus as well. The early reports from Marvel Infinite have seemed like they've been very positive with the netcode. People have been playing coast to coast and saying that it's performing pretty well. So I don't know how true that is. I'm still a little bit skeptical because that does tend to happen with games when they're not available for wide consumption, and then it gets worse when it comes out. But I'm going to be monitoring it tomorrow. I'm sure people are going to be doing way more extensive tests throughout the day, since I'm not going to have it right at launch anyway. If I had pre-ordered it on PS4, I would have had it today, but I ended up getting it on Amazon because it was like $20 cheaper. So I'm going to have to wait for that, but I mean, honestly, it's not really going to be a big focus for me anyway. It depends on how the netcode is. So today I'm going to go ahead and go through a couple of dailies here. They added an NPC that has a katana, and I have a feeling that the next advanced class, whenever they add one, let me turn the music on. Whenever they add the next advanced class, I have a feeling that they're going to have probably going to be a melee class or something. They've already done a jack of all trades class. I imagine the next one's probably going to be all melee or all ranged or all force. So it'd be nice to have an extra weapon available. Fight and Rage looks awesome. The guy who made the game is like really nice too. We've been talking for a few days. Yesterday I did a lot of helped them touch up some of the translations. I have a feeling the game's going to get a lot of crap for not having online, and that's kind of a shame. He pointed out a very good observation that when you have a game like that, like if the netcode is even slightly off, it pretty much doesn't work well at all. So he hasn't revealed too much, but apparently there's a lot of different endings. There's also 3 characters, some modes where you can play in turbo mode and stuff. There's even speedrun like mode timers, which I think is pretty awesome. Don't be surprised if I start speedrunning that in the future. This game hasn't been in the best spot. It's taking them a while to do anything with the balance changes. I think there's supposed to be another PSO2 station live stream, I think this week at TGS actually, as people are excited about the umpteenth time that people are going to think that DMC5 is going to be announced. But there's been a lot of excitement about the stream for this as well, because they've said that they're going to buff the other classes. And I always thought that the problem with Hero is not the Hero class itself, is that it's made the other classes slow. and all they really need to do is just increase their speed and effectiveness, and things will be fine. That seems to be the direction they're taking. I mean, if you make someone grind this much to get one class, it's probably not a good idea to nerf them. That's never gone too well in other games, so I can't imagine it would go well here, especially when people have, just on the basis of how much longer they've been out than the hero, that people have invested way more time into the other classes and they're a lot weaker. That's why the overall morale in the game is really low right now. So the first update is supposed to be something like they're going to increase or decrease the hit stop. I guess the attacks will gain more PP. Basically just like overall increasing the speed. All the movement type PAs are supposed to be buffed in some way as well. And that's supposed to be the first part of the update, and then there's going to be another one towards the end of the year, so around November. I like the direction that they're going. I just hope that they pull it off, because they're obviously on thin ice right now. People are understandably pissed off. I think this class is a lot of fun, but they definitely should have put like all of the advanced classes out at once, or at least had another one to kind of promote some party diversity, because the diversity in this game has been really bad ever since the hero came out. There's been like no incentive to play anything else. People have been a little irrational with the hero, but I think that people have good intentions as well. I mean, it would be nice if the game had party diversity again. I mean, this game's never really been like a standard MMO where you have a trinity and stuff like that, but it used to be better than it is now, where like your whole party is full of heroes, and if it's not, then it's probably not optimal. I don't think that's what they were intending. They definitely should have done like some focus testing or something with the hero, but well, I understand the Japanese don't do that too often. Last time I hear of that like really happening is back when the first Tokiden game came out. They did like some kind of, I don't know if it was a focus test or it was just feedback from the demo. They got a bunch of people pointed out stuff like you ran too slow and the gathering took too long, and I don't remember the specifics. And I think that game turned out pretty well. I really hope that they do expand on Tokiden 2. Like the DLC for it was pretty lackluster, and then they just kind of stopped. I don't think it did as well as they initially hoped. Make sure I got this. Alright.
Emergency code. Unite.
I still have not finished Ys 8. I've been feeling pretty under with the weather after going on this new pill. I also had to get a tooth extracted. So body's just kind of like not out of whack, but understandably a little stressed. Lots of changes in just the past few days alone. But like I said, Marvel is not really going to be a primary focus for me unless the netcode is good. There was the CD keys deal for it, but apparently they switched those to European keys only. So I was going to do that to get around paying for PS Plus, but that ended up not being something that was possible. A lot of people got the shaft on that one. There's some good money. So tomorrow I will be doing a or today, whenever you guys see this. I haven't decided when I'm going to put this up, but I will be doing an overview for Fight and Rage. I will attempt to stream it. It depends on how I'm feeling. And then after that, it's just going to be exploring the game. Apparently, he's got a lot of unlockables and stuff in it, so I think it's going to be something that'll last for a long time. Seems to have a similar format to Streets of Fury EX, but instead of a level system, or the security level system in Streets of Fury, you have like a currency instead.
いつでも来てください。
I talked to him about the design of the game, and the guy definitely knows his stuff. I think people underestimate like how much experience and skill you need to make a good beat 'em up. There's so many things that kind of go into it. It's no different than a first-person shooter, you know. There's lots of like amateur first-person shooters that like pile on the hit scan enemies, or they don't have good health drops, or the enemies are cheap and stuff. Like it's no different with that genre. But I think people, they always have this stigma that beat 'em ups are just, you know, you just program like a basic attack string and you just mash through it. Like there's so much more that goes into it. That's what sets them apart. And this guy seems to really know his stuff. I'm definitely interested to kind of sink my teeth into this game and see what happens. So that's what's going to be going on. Marvel is going to depend on how the netcode is. I do have enough money for PS Plus. I can probably just get it from some other region. I am still really low on cash right now. I was lucky enough to get a nice $20 donation that I was going to use for Fight and Rage, but now that I've got that already squared away, I'll probably get PS Plus as well. I may just decide to use that money to just kind of make it through the month. So we'll see. I mean, I'll still stream. I'll do some mission mode stuff or whatever. Probably just mess around, Lab Monster, the arcade mode, or story mode or something. But it's going to be a pretty eventful week. I'll try to do as much as I can. I think actually focusing on something will help rather than focusing on all the changes my body's going through, the tooth extraction, the new medication and stuff. I think it'll be good for me, so I'm going to try to do my best. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end it there since the next quest is going to take quite a while. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.